Engines roaring, feel the beat, Ryan and John can't be beat, on the Fastlane, so sleek, gotta rev up, hit the street, ooh yeah, Fastlane, all night, feel the speed, feel the light, join the ride.
And we're back in the fast lane, ladies and gents, proudly brought to you by eBet and our friends at Sunland Private Wealth and Brightening Watches. Here we are, and then another Formula One weekend, Bahrain. Triple header, and our friend who's just got back hot off the press, ladies and gents, from the Japanese Grand Prix, Valley del Port.
How's it going, guys?
Yo, what an experience that was.
Amazing. Let me tell you, what an F1 weekend. From practice through to qualifying, the race itself. Look, I've heard and read that a lot of people say it was boring. But let me tell you, being there at the track, there's absolutely nothing boring about it.
No.
It is such a thrilling, such an amazing experience to have witnessed that firsthand. And I think what I want to say is, I've been thinking about this. We're actually witnessing history, greatness and history in the making. You know, people will look back at this time and not remember, oh, it was a boring race or whatever. They'll think, wow, that was history.
Sure.
You know, there's going to be clips on TikTok and all these things where people say, this race is where it turned, you know. And I really do feel that energy, and I really do feel that, you know, for Red Bull, things are going to go well.
Sure.
I'm a little bit concerned about Ferrari. Lewis Hamilton is complaining about the height issues of the car.
Sure.
So they set the car higher to not be disqualified again. That is a concern. I think the McLarens are very, very fast.
Yeah.
They're to watch out for this weekend, and they're actually doing very well. But yeah, for the rest of the pack, I mean, it was so cool just to see them all live. You get a different perspective. You get a different respect.
Sure.
Even for the lowest team, you know, when you're looking at Haas or Stake or any one of these guys, it's so amazing to see how these guys operate and what the difference is between a big team and a small team.
Sure.
It's unreal.
Exactly.
I had to have a laugh there because it's the first time we've actually put that together, Haas and Steak.
Steak Haas. Yeah.
But really, that qualifying lap of Max, I mean, you know, I think that just shows you how clever Red Bull is when it comes to outsmarting the other teams, because they don't have the quickest car, but that combination of Max and the team working together, I mean, that must have been quite something to see him cross the line and put it on pole. The crowd must have gone crazy.
The word on the track was that Max's car was the 10th fastest car on the track.
Jeez.
Right, that was a talk in the pits. And then, you know, for him to do that, I think he had an interview where somebody asked him about it.
Yeah.
And they said, oh, it's a car back, you know, it's a car fast. He says, maybe you want to drive the car, maybe you'll poop your pants. Am I allowed to say that?
Yes, I love that.
That was what he said in the interview,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Not to get fined.
The car's not right, and the car's very, very front sensitive.
It shows you what a great driver he is, honestly.
Yeah, well, I mean, Alonso was getting interviewed, and Alonso said live, he was watching the timing stream and they were filming him, and he just turned around. He's the only guy on the grid at this stage that can drive the wheels off the car and get more out of it.
It's mad. Absolutely mad.
Absolutely.
Bahrain,
Look,
let's
let me tell you, Yuki.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, right?
Yeah.
Yuki was, let me tell you, those Japanese crowd.
Yeah.
He is a absolute hero.
Yeah.
When his face appears on the screen, when he walks up, when he starts by, the whole of Japan is now Red Bull and Yuki fans. It's done.
Let's talk this coming weekend, guys. Let's talk about Formula One in Bahrain. Bahrain is a circuit that the drivers love to go to. They put on the big fanfare there. They love having the Grand Prix there. It's a totally different circuit to where we raced previously. John, tell us your thoughts on ahead of Bahrain.
Yeah, look, McLaren, obviously, like Willie says, is definitely the team to beat. It's whether the rest can outsmart them. I think everybody's rethinking qualifying, because we've seen with these cars, very difficult to pass, and it seems like the cleaner air is where they all want to be. Once you're in front, you can dictate the pace from there. Obviously, Max doesn't have a teammate to back him up, so they can't do different strategies like we've seen with the other teams. So again, I think we're going to see guys pushing a lot harder to get P1 ever than before. And the circuit, obviously, again, I think we'll see a little bit more overtaking from the teams. And like Willie says, you know, it's never been a closer season than this. And I think we're going to see a lot more teams fighting for the championship. So it's great.
I think a big thing to watch out for is the track temperature and the heat.
Yeah.
Because it's possibly going to be very warm. So I'm thinking a medium tire is probably going to be the right option to go for instead of the soft.
Yeah, I mean,
But let's see what the teams do. I mean, I think some teams might even opt for a three-stop strategy.
Sure.
Me personally, I wouldn't. But yeah, you might get teams that find that maybe McLaren, maybe like they'll try one of their drivers on a three-stop.
Yeah, they got to split the strategy between the two teams there. I think that was a bad mistake this weekend that they didn't do that. But also something that's interesting is that both the circuits were actually resurfaced. So you didn't see the high degradation on the tires that we normally would see. So this being back to a more traditional surface, we should see more wear.
Nice. Willie, before we say goodbye to you, I know you're a busy man. Let's talk quickly about the garage. In the space of you being away, I've got another new addition to the incredible garage. I think there's every SUV on Earth that you possibly can get is in the Delport collection at the moment. It's actually a nice name, the Delport collection. New X7. We've been talking about this for a while because it's a kind of a sleeper car. It's the biggest SUV that BMW make, and they've made it so well.
Yeah.
It's a nicer drive, in my opinion, than the X5. It's a better car. It does everything. It's almost like the perfect family vehicle. What is your take on that X7?
Yeah, look, the thing that I'm going for is space in a vehicle.
Yeah.
I've got two daughters, and I like, I like to have space, and I like when we travel to have enough place to pack our bags in and stuff like that, and also a car that's economical enough.
Sure.
Yeah.
So the 40D is what I got, and I must tell you, it really is an amazing vehicle. It drives so nice.
Yeah,
it does everything correct. I mean, BMW, I think at the moment, the models they're bringing out, they're literally in a league of their own.
Yeah.
Their cars don't give issues. You don't have problems with them. Their motor and service plans are so good. Their service is so good.
Yes.
Now, BMW is on another level.
Yeah, no, well, we were very fortunate enough while you were away, Willie. Ryan and I also played with some BMWs, and we got to drive. Yeah, so the M3 competition, I must say, I was very impressed with that vehicle.
Yeah.
Definitely grown up, that M3. And then obviously the M2, we've got something that we're going to be doing with a very special M2.
Emmanuel.
Manuel, amigo.
And then there's a possibility of a GLE 63S joining the Delport fleet as well. But we'll keep you updated with that as it unfolds. Willie, listen, take care. We look forward to the Formula 1 this weekend, and we'll have you back on the show next week.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Have a good one. Have a good day.
Cheers.
Willie Delport with us, talking all things Formula 1 ahead of the Formula 1 weekend and an update in his garage. Listen, speaking of cars, we were out at a car show recently, out at Roller Motor City. We popped in to have a look. So have a look at some of this footage of John and I checking out the cars at Roller Motor City's Cars and Coffee. And this was Battle of the Brands.
Gone in 60 seconds.
What are we driving? Hey, true, bet that up for the track. You know, take it to the top, and that's the truth. Truth hurts. Oh yeah. If you're broke but you're still pimping, drinking, smoking, then say, oh yeah, oh yeah. If you're balling, buying bottles, then say, oh yeah, my man. If you're pimping your skirts and your ass is fat, then say, oh yeah, papi. If you're willing to fight, then
what fun we had out there.
So it was quite interesting. I mean, when we actually did it, you realize how many manufacturers there actually are. It's crazy.
Yeah.
There's just too many options to choose these days. But nice that you can stop there and there's something for everybody, and you can literally drive away with the car of your dreams and plenty to choose from.
Absolutely. Listen, also speaking of these, the cars that we've had recently in the driveway, we've had a couple of them. You saw our camping episode last weekend. Let's have a look at what's in the driveway this week. So in the driveway this week, two incredible vehicles. One from the Roller Luxury Collection, which, John, is to your left over there. GLE 63S, the behemoth of the SUVs from Mercedes-Benz. That one priced at just under 2 million rand.
A lot of car.
It's a 2021. It's still got a year and a bit of motor plan left, but a great car. All the bells and whistles, and of course it's an AMG. It makes a hell of a lot of noise. Nice upgraded front. You can see the front of the vehicle.
Love the front.
Love the black on white. The black rims on the white body. Really is a great vehicle. Loads of room for the family. This is the coupe version, and with 50,000 kilometers on the clock, it's one of the cheapest around. So great vehicle. And then brand new to the Fastlane fleet. We've been talking about it. The all-new Toyota Prado VXR. It's the top of the range VXR Prado from Toyota, their Land Cruiser. And there's about 150,000 between the entry level and the top end VXR spec. The VXR spec has got every single bell and whistle under the sun, John.
Yeah.
What a great car. Massive fuel tank as well. 110 litres, I think, a fuel tank. It's got a range of over 1,000 kilometers.
No, it's really good. I mean, you know, I always say to you, if you look what you're paying and what you're getting, it's actually very competitive. I know it's a lot of money. It's in that 1.4, but you can go anywhere with this vehicle.
Absolutely.
Which is really cool. So I think they've really put it in a good category. There's a lot of competition in this category, but I don't think anything comes close when it comes to going, if you want to go off-road, on-road.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you don't have to hold back.
Properly covered, goes like a dream. It's got that reliable 2.8 litre engine that we see in all of Toyota's Hilux, or the top end Hilux stuff. So it really is a great engine. A lot of people say, oh, it's a noisy engine. It is. Well, it's Toyota Prado. It's built to go through Africa.
Yeah.
It's built to do it in luxury. It's built to get you from A to B while cooling down or heating up your back. You know, it's got a heated steering wheel. It's got all the bells and whistles. It syncs with my Apple CarPlay. So what a great vehicle, and I can't wait to go on epic adventures in the Fastlane with that vehicle. And of course, the all-new Toyota Prado, as we saw over there.
Yes.
Loving that. That thing's not running out of petrol. It's just got petrol for days.
But apparently they make the tank so big because when the guys go do those trips into Africa and everything like that, you don't want to be stopping and that. But,
and that trusted 2.8 litre engine gets a lot of grief from a lot of people. Give it stick, but I can tell you something, it's such a great engine.
Yeah, but
such
it works, you know,
engine.
for what you want. You know, you got to take it into account that you're doing it for multiple purpose things, not just one thing.
Yeah.
You know, so I think it's fit for purpose.
Absolutely. Right, take care, everybody. Have a great weekend. We'll be back with the Fastlane next week ahead of Easter weekend with lots happening. We're off to SWAT Cops this weekend with Sunland Private Wealth to go and take clients around the track with Clint Weston and his team from AMG. We can't wait to get sideways.
Yeah.
That's a good name for a podcast, Getting Sideways. Nice one. We'll be back with the Fastlane next week. Proudly brought to you by Breitling, Sunland Private Wealth and eBay.
Engines roaring, feel the beat, Ryan and John can't be beat, on the Fastlane, so sleek, gotta rev up, hit the street.